Welcome back to the reason your screen time is doubled. In today's video, Hasan is now threatening to end the life of a viewer. He has completely lost it. Asmongold and Tectone have both responded. Hasan's terrorist friend is now giving him a literal shout out. Subscribe for some free Pringles, sour cream and onion flavor actually.
Let's up those numbers!
And let's begin with the man loved by many terrorists, Hamas Piker. So apparently, Hasan has gone on stream and he started flashing around his gun when a chatter typed a hate comment in his chat. And then he started looking for the guy, trying to sort of dox him. But then he ended up getting the wrong guy and just ended up shitting on a random dude in front of like thousands of people. You know, classic Hasan levels of research, right? Now, the comment said something like, Hasan for treason, you know, pretty unhinged, but it's kind of expected on the internet. If you have haters, you're just going to be getting a ton of death threats. But I don't really go looking around for the person waving around a gun, you know, that's just another level and definitely against TOS. So it all started with this tweet. Hasan doxes a user while threatening them with a firearm. This happened on his last stream, no ban. I think I understand why in the last 24 hours, some smaller Twitch streamers are starting to also publicly follow his actions now. He's talking about Mike from PA who decided to dox about like 3-4 people, started to use his chat to go and harass them, which we'll be looking at later in this video. So let's check out what happened. Here we have this chatter saying Hasan Piker is getting beat up soon, saying hang Hasan for treason. Obviously not condoning that. That is obviously unhinged, but you're gonna get tens of thousands of these every day, especially if you're spouting shit like Hasan. And even if you're not, you're gonna get a fair amount of them. It's just the internet. You as the content creator have a job not to be equally as unhinged.
It's time to crusade Iran and Gaza. Mamdani communists. Let's go to war against the left.
Hasan doxes a user while threatening them with a firearm. What?
Our politics compared with what President Trump has been able to do. Who couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Oh, you found his account?
Today, I will show you 3 ways you can use your smart.
Wait, this is the guy?
First thing we want to do is download the YouTube VPN app, which we can do through the first link in the description.
What are you gonna do, bro? You skinny bitch.
So it's so
ass.
wait a minute. So it was the wrong guy anyway? That wasn't even him?
That's not him, it's Vin.
That's not him. So he just goes off on this random dude.
I mean, is anybody surprised at this point that Hasan is so freaking incompetent that he literally went after the wrong guy, that he wouldn't even check if that is the guy who wrote the hate comment? Literally just showcased a random dude and went, look at me with my gun here. I mean, how is this guy so dumb? It's actually mind-boggling. By the way, he didn't even end up apologizing for this. Of course, the chatter shouldn't be typing that. They deserve to get banned as well. But I think the streamer is more responsible for their actions. Considering if everybody started doing this, you could literally do this to like 100 people daily. And you need to realize that some of the people typing this shit are literally kids. What are you gonna do? Go around ruining everybody's life? And also, it's a very different thing than typing something like that and waving around a gun. And also weaponizing your community as a big streamer to go and find them and harass them. Then Asmon talks about if Twitch will actually do something about this. I'm pretty sure we can guess.
Twitch staff simultaneously instant bans anyone who insults Hasan while does nothing while he doxes and threatens to chatter with a firearm in front of an audience. That's crazy. To pull out a gun and be waving it around on stream? Do you think Twitch will do anything? I really wonder. I've got a feeling I know the answer to that, and I've got a feeling that everybody knows the answer to that. Keep in mind that E-Rob got suspended for 30 days for telling somebody that he was going to get in a fight with them at TwitchCon. Everybody on the moderation team and the executive leadership team at Twitch is probably going to get fired whenever this gets mainstream media attention. That's what's going to happen. Because the moment that Amazon realizes that they have people waving around guns, talking about killing people, supporting terrorism, trying to actively dox people, The reason why they haven't done anything is that the moderation team that works at Twitch is in favor of the people that are saying these things. There's a bias.
Happy birthday to...
Hello, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy here. What you fail to realize, Assmongold, is that I, Dan Clancy, actually used the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. I was actually there, in the room the entire time Hasan was threatening the viewer. In fact, I was actually actively sucking him off as he was holding the gun. But you see, the reason I did not stop him is because I was latched onto his schlong. It had me in a death grip. You see, I am magnetically attached, alright? Also, I actually completely agree with my friend Pika here. Did I tell you Hasan actually used his socialist money to buy me a new gooning pillow? That's my good buddy Hasan. Hopefully he'll invite me to his next birthday party. Anyways, Hasan, see you at 7 tonight. We do have a deal, of course. Endless schlong, and I will never ban you. Hey, Dan, stop taking over my videos, bruh. Anyways, guys, will Twitch actually ban him? Absolutely not. You're delusional if you think that, if you even hope that. You clearly have not been watching the 50-episode legendary saga. But don't worry, it actually gets worse. Hasan broke another rule with the self-destructive behavior thing.
Self-destructive behavior. It's just fast
in our
forwarded.
sincerity and actually delivering for the very
He's got
working
a
people
gun?
that have been left behind by our politics, compared with what President Trump has been able to do. You know, over the same period of time that I've been running, has been.
He's got a gun out.
I tell him, the last person who couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to.
What a tactical error. You should never show that you intend to use lethal force on somebody else who would threaten you in any circumstance, because doing so could be used against you later on in the court of law, that you had prior intent to kill, that could limit your argument for self-defense, and it could make people more sympathetic to the victim. This is a tactical error by Hasan, and it actually makes him more like, it's dumb. Why would you even do this? It's not even a good idea. It's premeditation. Yes, exactly. You should never, ever, ever even imply this.
I'm sorry, are you expecting Hasan to actually know about the law or care about it in any capacity? He literally thinks he is completely untouchable. He thinks he has divine protection from Twitch, which he actually does. Actually, he's not wrong about that. It's not divine, though. It's just protection, I guess. And I don't know. I guess even the US government stopping him or giving him a little scare did not actually deter him at all. And now I'm very skeptical about that story, because he still thinks that he's allowed to do this shit, like straight up threatened some random dude who wrote a hate comment. And the worst part about this is, which nobody seemingly pointed out, we already know how batshit crazy Hasan's audience is. Reminder, these people in his chat spam hearts for a shooter who kills civilians, they support terrorists, they support lighting people on fire with Molotov cocktails. So what do you think is going to happen when they see their Lord and Savior Hasan essentially just give the direction here by waving his gun and then bringing up the guy's face in front of all of his viewers? What do you think the average deranged Hasan Piker fan is going to do? They are literally being signaled to go do the job on behalf of their king Hasan. You are literally giving them an excuse to go out and do this shit. It is absolutely disgusting. And we already know, we have proof of who Hasan's moderators are. They are 47-year-old PDF file gooners who watched 31,000 videos on the hub, bro. Thirsting after high schoolers, like literally the most unhinged people. Now, it turns out the guy who wrote the hate comment obviously got insta-banned because Twitch staff was actually in Hasan's chat at the time, but nothing happened to Hasan, of course. Clearly, they decided that was the right thing to do. Nothing wrong on Hasan's side, of course. So these are the rules he broke. Doxing of any kind is prohibited, even if the perpetrators only expose information available via public record. Use of weapons to physically threaten, intimidate, harm, or kill others. Also prohibit activity that may endanger your life, like pointing a gun at yourself. Ban from Twitch support for driving bad is 7 days. How long do you get for waving around a firearm while doxing your user live in front of 30k people? Let me know, Dan Clancy. You now have personal knowledge of this and will have to explain what does or does not happen next. People saying it's an airsoft gun have no idea if it is or not. He does own a gun like that, but that would be the perfect cover. He needs to own a regular G19, which he won't confirm or deny. The intent is all that matters. He's threatening and doxing a viewer with a weapon. And then they've got reported. So Hasan responded, a chatter called him out for threatening YouTuber with a gun. He shows it off again and basically says that it's not actually a real gun.
No, just get a little worried.
Someone just said, why did you threaten a YouTuber with a gun? Dog, that YouTuber literally said, I should be hanged. And I said,
what?
Good luck.
When did this happen?
And I just showed this. I said, good luck with that. Why did you threaten a YouTuber with a gun? That YouTuber literally said, me and Zoran Mamdani should be hanged.
Who was this guy?
Some random fucking crypto kid. And then they got subsequently banned immediately too.
That's a toy gun.
Yeah, it's also not a real gun.
Right.
Don't worry.
What do Dems do now?
Okay, so obviously conveniently leaves out the fact that he exposed this a completely random other guy who he never apologized for.
That's not him, it's this. Oh, it's even worse. Oh my God.
Like half your chat still probably thinks that it is that other guy who sent like the death threat. And I don't know if it was a real gun. I wouldn't really trust Hasan though. This guy obviously lies as easily as he breathes. And I feel like anybody thinking this is justified because of what the chatter said is not thinking straight. When you're a creator of this size, there's literally going to be tens of thousands of people writing these comments, and they can literally be 13-year-olds. Sometimes, yes, it could be an adult, but they should know better. And obviously, I never condone any threats on anybody I talk about. I always try to disavow that. And if somebody threatens to like kill me, I'm not going to take it seriously. Obviously, it's a random comment, much less try to get at them in real life. I know they likely don't mean it, and they're probably just mad at something I said maybe, but Hasan is so easily triggered. It's just natural for him to respond this way. And he's obviously so used to weaponizing his audience like this. And the fact that it was a wrong guy is just insane. You should absolutely be banned for this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a threat on someone's fucking life? How comfortable do we have to be to wave around a gun when you find someone's image on the internet? Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I have a feeling if I were to go around swinging my guns, I would certainly be banned promptly, most likely permanently. So he has berated his appearance. I got banned for that. He has threatened someone's life on stream with a gun. Nothing has happened.
Oh yeah, no question. If Tectone did this, he'd be permabanned for 17 lifetimes. His future grandson would be permabanned. The double standard applied is absolutely insane. And yeah, Hasan did explicitly make fun of the guy's appearance as well. That's directly a similar situation to calling Frogan fat, so I just don't see how there's been no application of rules at all. They can't even say this is something different. It is the exact same situation. At least that part. Obviously, the other stuff is even worse. Then he talks about how Dan Clancy is actually seen this through emails.
It's on every website. Let's find it out. Let's find out.
He finds someone in his chat that he disagrees with, so he sends his goons to completely dox him and look for every bit of information that he has in this chatter all across the internet in an attempt to ruin his life and threaten him and make him feel unsafe in his own home. Twitch was contacted, which is, I'm ready to report a serious incident involving streamer Central Committee. During a live stream, they doxed multiple chatters, tracking down and going through their logs. Please feel free to report through our standard channels. Thanks. So Dan Clancy himself has seen this. He has seen this email himself. What will he do? I doubt nothing. It is already confirmed to be a direct violation of terms of service.
Hello, fellas. Dan Clancy, your resident CEO here. Of course I saw it, Tectone, you absolute blunderhead. I actually saw it mid-gooning sesh. It does make me cream when I do absolutely nothing when people complain. I get off on it, actually. And no, I won't be retiring. Not until every last drop of, juice has been sucked dry from little Pica. Dan, stop interrupting my video. Anyways, what a pathetic, useless CEO, dude. How did this guy get the job? Happy birthday, Hasan, headass. But don't worry, Hasan's goon squad is actually following suit. They are learning from him. We got Mike from PA, literally just openly doxing people, going after them, being the omega pathetic simp he is. In addition to Hasan doxing a chatter, Twitch streamer Mike from PA took it a step further. What's going on, Twitch? Is it open season? If so, I will do my best to let all streamers know this is now allowed on Twitch.
All right, chat. We're going to find out who Finn Sane is. This guy's account is an old account. I want you guys to do everything you can to find Finsane's posts on every website. Let's find it out. Let's find out what his public posts are. The internet is public posting. You are a public figure. Hey, I found you. Let's see some of your tweets. What have you liked? Oh, wait, you have a private? Oh, wait, here's your reposts. What type of content is this? This is content for 5 IQ person. You're a dumb fuck. You're a stupid piece of shit.
This episode of the Joe Rogan Experience with Bernie Sanders perfectly illustrates what Joe Rogan's been talking about when he's been saying you can't bullshit for 3 hours. You know, the truth is going to come out. You're going to show what you really are.
This is it? This is what you retweet, bro? This is it? This is it? Insane? This is what you think is a good point? A dumbass putting makeup on? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Why'd you run away? I gave you the attention you wanted. You got a little quiet. I'm gonna give you all the attention you can handle.
Oh my god, bro is so pathetic. This is what an absolutely power-hungry moron does when he's given the slightest bit of relevancy on the internet. Just because you have a stream and a couple NPC bots watching doesn't mean you get to go around asserting your internet power on random people, weaponizing your deranged fan base. It is just so insane, the level of patheticness you have to go after literal randoms. He's a pathetic loser who tries to prey on the weak. What can you expect from a guy who literally creamed himself when he tried to touch a woman, bruh?
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire touching holy water.
can I help you?
I think they want to go in.
Okay.
Pathetic ass Discord mod type behavior. And just to make the comparison, right? Like occasionally I'll get some random hate comments and, you know, imagine somebody types something in the comment section. This would be like if I go and look into their freaking like personal social life and everything and get everyone in my audience to go after them, put them in all the videos, flood their posts, like all against TOS. It's just disgusting. And the thing is, you know that this guy has been bullied his entire life for being an absolute loser. And now he's just taking out his frustration. He's like, I'm the bully now. Mike the type of guy to get a wedgie from a preschooler, bruh. Mike the type of guy to have like the thunderclouds follow him in a cartoon. Mike the type of guy to walk through a park and make the surrounding wildlife die. Like he'll just be walking and the surrounding butterflies just drop dead. The dog starts barking like crazy. The squirrel tries to claw his face off. Just negative aura wherever he goes. And apparently he keeps doing it like 3 or 4 more times.
All right, the last Bong Lord research. We're doing some, everybody, the last Bong Lord. We're gonna find out more. Hold on, oh, Valheim, huh? I think we got some clips, huh? Oh, no? You didn't keep any? Better band? What is this?
I'm the Bong Lord.
Do you think this is it? I think this might be the guy, right? He's wearing glasses. He's wearing glasses with his balaclava.
Get ready for the next battle.
No women were involved in the making of this video.
No way. No. No way this guy is talking about women. The ultimate loser. Literally the only reason people know about you is because you embarrassed yourself on the internet. And now you have the audacity to make fun of somebody else? Ay, bro. This guy is a humiliation fetish. Is this iDubbbz again? Oh my god. And the fact that he goes like, oh yeah, everybody chat, we're gonna do some research now. Like it's a group assignment to find this guy and ruin his life. And keep in mind, Dan Clancy sees this type of shit. All the Twitch staff and Twitch mods see the shit and they're like, yeah, this is completely okay. Let's ban Tectone for calling Frogan fat. That's the real harassment here. Then he just projects like crazy, just a classic Hasan maneuver.
I think being a fan of Asmongold. So tell me more about yourself, Bong Lord. What are you doing for a living? What are you doing? How's your life going? Did you ever get that degree? Your mom wanted me. Your mom wanted me to ask you if you ever got that degree. I mean, I guess she should just go upstairs. She could just go down in the basement, but it smells down there. She doesn't want to go down. So she wanted me to ask. if you're really working on that. And you have the most sip following list I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god. This guy calling anybody a sim. Bro, we did not forget the absolute projection. Watch out, guys. He's gonna go beat up a couch again. Watch out for those hands. We got Mike Tyson in the house. Absolute Loomis Nano Home Cinema. It's like a Hasan projector, but it's like the micro version, you know, because he's nano, because he's tiny, because he doesn't get that much attention, of course. Also, keep in mind, the only reason he's doing this is because he thinks that this chatter or whatever is a Asmongold fan. This is literally how brain rotted these people are. You legitimately need to touch grass. This is embarrassing. Then he says like he's not a nice guy.
Where they say,
well, the funny thing about these guys is they think that I'm like a nice guy or something. Did I ever say I was nice? You must have been confused me with a liberal. You may have confused socialists with liberals.
Okay, I don't really know what the hell he's yapping about. But yes, we know that you're literally an extremist. We know that you put bounties on people and try to weaponize your audience at any opportunity. You go way beyond violating the platform's rules. You go to borderline committing crimes. And his behavior has been constantly enabled by Twitch. Eventually, they're gonna get a massive lawsuit for just allowing these people to have their conduct. Because if one of this guy's, heaven forbid this guy has fans, but you know, if one of this guy's fans or viewers actually goes out and does something, Twitch might be held liable for this shit. Then he does it to a third guy.
I honestly don't understand how are you Blue Daisy? Okay, we've got another one. I think I found your Instagram. Let's take a look. Hey, you're Canadian. It seems like you're disabled, got a walker. So why aren't you angry for the people exactly like you that are having their shit cut? I'm Middle Eastern. I'm always mad. I'm gonna lift my boot off your neck because I don't know how you're not fucking screaming. I don't know how you're not fucking mad. Rage serves a function. When you need to fight, you need to have rage. Anger has a function. It's for when you need to be aggressive. It's when you need to defend yourself or assert your position.
Yes, Mike from PA, the Rage Master. He will be destroying that couch, guys. Do not mess with him. Bro, it is just so funny knowing who this guy actually is and him saying all this shit. You just know he's really hoping that the internet completely forgets who he actually is. But I just gotta say, anytime he tries to act tough, you have to constantly bring this up. You have to make him aware that you are not this guy. You are not that guy, pal. This guy calling people simps, talking about women, talking about being tough. Please, buddy. Also, what did he actually say there? Like, you're disabled, therefore you should support me and Hasan or whatever. I mean, what does that even mean? Is he trying to imply that all disabled people must think the same? I mean, classic. That's just a classic from their type of community. Also, Mike, I think you might qualify for a disability yourself. I don't think anybody is naturally wired this stupid. You should probably apply for like some type of privileges. Anyways, Asmongold responded.
This is what you retweet, bro? This is it?
He's you can tell that he's actually disappointed that it's not worse, so he doesn't have a better rationalization to be unhinged. And now he looks like he's just unhinged for basically no reason. He's actually disappointed.
Where'd you go? Why'd you run away? I gave you the attention you wanted.
How is this allowed? The reason why this is allowed is because these people have politics that the moderation team on Twitch agrees with. That's the reason why it's allowed. It's that simple.
I think it's actually crazy how much you can get away with as long as you say the right things. If you say the correct politically approved opinion on Twitch, which I don't even know what that is, it's saying that you love terrorists, basically. If you love Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, you know, if you say all the NPC talking points, literally support the worst humans on planet Earth objectively. Humans who violate children. Humans who literally commit war crimes. You have to support these people, and unless you do that, you're not going to get fair application of rules from Twitch. Twitch actually just needs to be shut down. They are allowing constant harassment nonstop. You're allowing the most vile people to engage in this type of behavior, weaponize their communities, and honestly, Dan really needs to fucking get off the schlong and be held legally liable for this. He sees this happening. He knows this is going on, and he specifically chooses to ignore all of this.
No women were involved in the making of this video.
I wish that no women were involved in the making of this video.
That's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
God.
I feel like I touched.
God,
like,
I
a
wish that no
vampire
women
touching
were
Willy
involved.
Wonka.
Geez, you know what? Maybe Mike's giving him advice. Because, you know, the last time he had a clip with a girl, it didn't go too well.
I think being a fan of Asmongold. So tell me more about yourself, Bong Lord.
What is it? Wait, what the hell did I do? I'm just sitting here. I don't think this guy should be making any jokes about, you know, women, you know, being interested in him at all, right? I mean, I think this is just really not a good idea.
Wait. Are you telling me my hero, Mike from PA, is not a ladies' man? Whoever could have guessed. Dude, the levels of projection from this guy, it's like fucking Caseytron. He is literally the male Caseytron. You know, calling people incels, talking about random quips about women. Like, you're holding up a mirror, bro. You're an absolutely creepy little gremlin. Then Asmon says that this guy is like crazier than Hasan, which is an achievement.
This is really something special. I've got to tell you, this is really, really special. This also reaffirms my belief that Hasan is paying him privately. Because every time that there's a clip of Hasan doing something crazy and bad, somehow Mike does something that's like 5 times worse, and nobody's talking about Hasan because of how nuts this guy is. It's like Hasan's paying this guy to be even crazier as like a distraction, like a decoy, yeah.
You have to be completely freaking nuts to ever be called crazier than Hasan. You have to be off your rocker in every way possible. And somehow this real life Hasan mod actually fits the profile. Are we sure this guy's name's not Gorby? Is he not the 47-year-old Discord Gooner mod? I think we gotta check that. It would be so fitting, honestly.
My goal is to completely eradicate. Oh, just a minute. Throw it down. These parasites from the internet. Yep.
I mean, come on. This has to be against TOS.
That's right. Yes, getting people that are telling me that I killed my mom off the internet is the same thing as doxing them. You're totally right.
Dude, how can you say that? How can you actually complain about TOS when you're literally out here trying your best to dox and harass people, threaten them with violence, set bounties on them? He literally said if he met up with them, it would be on site on TwitchCon. It's crazy. They're open, flagrant hypocrites. They do not give a single shit about being right, and I'm just so baffled that the people that follow them, you have to be completely lobotomized. How do you follow someone that's such a complete hypocrite regarding everything they say and do? Do they just not care?
This is I'm going to eradicate these bro, you're a parasite. You live in your own filth. You are literally surrounded by pests. You are a fucking parasite. You don't even believe in Trumpism.
So mad.
You're just a parasite on the ass
so
of conservatism,
mad.
which is actually funny.
You know, I'd actually wager that Mike might be the one person who lives like a worse lifestyle than Asmongold. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy had 15 cockroaches under his desk. Like, I actually think Asmongold would be way cleaner than this dude in every metric. Then he talks about, like, harassing women.
You represent nothing. You believe in nothing. You just want to cause chaos. I'm a 35-year-old man. Like, you are a fucking loser. I mean,
aren't you older than me? How old is Mike? I think he's older than I am, right?
And I don't care how many viewers you have.
It's like 40? Yeah,
you are fucking nothing. Look at this fucking dipshit. Nobody's scared of you. Asmongold. No one's scared of you. You're not scary. Unless you're harassing small women with small followings, you ain't scaring anybody, bitch.
This guy talking about harassing women. Bro, when you walk into a room, a fucking siren should be playing for all the women. Attention! Mike from PA has arrived. Be on high alert. Make sure you have your pepper spray and your firearms for self-defense.
Your closest ally is Tectone, a fucking accused sex criminal.
You see how he's saying accused, right? Smart guy.
Asmongold literally killed his mother. By giving her cigarettes when she was on 100% oxygen and surrounding her with filth. And you
don't have 100% oxygen. That's not even how it works.
Said that. It's a quote of his.
It's not even how it works.
It's not like my take. It's his take.
Isn't it crazy that you can have a person that goes out and crashes out? They get this mad. They say this much shit. They go on active doxing campaigns on their stream live. No suspension, no ban, nothing. Meanwhile, yes, Tectone, keep in mind, Tectone got suspended for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat.
Seems like fair application of the rules to me. Calling someone fat is equivalent to literally, you know, doxing them, harassing them, waving a gun around, threatening to kill them, supporting terrorists, putting bounties on people. Yep. All on the same level, and apparently they get no punishment. I feel like they need to be sued. Like, Mike from PA needs to be sued as well, because we see how quiet the people are who got sued now. Like, Denims, Casey, and Frogan, just, they aren't yapping anymore. At least last that I checked. I think they sort of realized the gravity of the situation. The donations have completely slowed. They get like $10 in the last like 12 hours. And yeah, all these guys like to act super tough, but we all know there is no substance behind this. Mike from PA would get RKO'd by a fucking pillow. Mike from PA would get tombstoned by your local butterfly. He's so pathetic, and he tries to pretend to be this like big bad tough guy. Then he talks about if these people will ever see any consequences and what people can actually do about it.
Mass tweet Amazon to rein in Twitch? Well, how would I do that? So I guess probably the most effective way to do that would be to look at who the different vice presidents of Amazon are, and then email them, and then try to get a conversation with one of them and explain what the problem is. I think that probably would be the best way to do it. Then the second other way to do it would be to obviously do a mass public initiative. I think that could also be very effective as well. Yeah, good luck. Well, I mean, it would be pretty easy. I mean, you just, like, I mean, what do you think they're going to say whenever they see a bunch of clips that are massively anti-Semitic? What do you think's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's the same thing that happened to that Bob Villain guy. They're going to be done. Like, they don't put up with that shit at all.
Personally, I just try to talk about the idiots, try to show people they are idiots, and I hope that the platforms themselves will take action. I'm not going to personally report anyone. I can't be bothered. There's like literally an infinite amount of idiots out there, so I'd be here all day. Then Asmund compares Mike from PA to a dog.
None of these people are ever going to have even a slight effect on my game, on my content, my audience, my viewers, my opinion online. They're nothing. And so, like, why would I even think or care about what they're saying? It's like, I don't get mad when a dog barks at me and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Well, when Mike from PA crashes out for the 5th time in a week over me, I don't think to myself, oh, geez, maybe I'm a bad guy. No, I don't even think about it at all.
All right, okay, that's an absolute insult to all dogs everywhere, all right? Mike from PA is like a male Casey Tron. That can be a compliment, you know, if you find Casey Tron appealing for the 1 in 5 billion people that does. You know, actually, Mike, I take it back. You might have a chance with women. You might have a chance with Casey Tron. He's a very loving woman, actually. But yeah, honestly, these people aren't really very relevant compared to someone like Hasan or Asmongold. You only really see them go viral because they try to be as unhinged as possible. And they really do believe that Twitch is like their safe space where they can do anything and everything without consequences. And the second they're called out, they start lashing out in every which way. They start complaining about their safe space being violated, unironically, while they're doing this type of shit. But I wonder how long they get to keep getting away with this, you know? The House of Cards has to fall eventually. Anyways, let's move on to some Twitter updates. Apparently, the terrorist has shown his support for Hasan, Luffy from One Piece. Tim Houthi is currently going viral for shouting out Hasan and Noah Samson while standing next to the Galaxy Leader cargo ship. Thank you for your support of Palestine. And we got Hasan and Noah Samson. You actually can't make this up, bro. Next thing, we're gonna have the Hamas leader come and personally thank Hasan for his coverage. Monkey D. Houthi out here looking like a Gen Z Borat. Twitch loves terrorist supporters. Of course, the quote tweets are on it as you'd expect. This might cause the aneurysm that kills Ethan. Classic. And is a Hasan profile pic in his cat lady uniform. Average Hasan supporter wishing death on his enemies. Shouting out his sponsors. That's crazy. Listen, we gotta check Hasan's finances. I'm just saying, it's crazy how these people love him so much. Where's that money going? Now click this video or Dan Clancy is outside your house at 3 a.m. creepily looking through the window. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.